Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Here for some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero DLC Pack 4. I haven't necessarily talked about this just yet. I only uploaded my reaction to the channel. Feel free to check that out if you haven't already. So today, we're going to be doing this complete deep dive or breakdown, basically going over everything that's confirmed for DLC Pack 4, as well as go over the free updates they have lined up for us on the horizon. I definitely feel like this is going to be a better game just because they're adding a ton of extra content that's not necessarily in the vanilla part of the game. They're listening to the community's feedback for sure, which is great to see. We're going to be getting new game modes, stages, additional ultimates, and costumes for already existing characters, as well as transformation. We did see Super Saiyan Bardock, and of course, more characters. They do great in the character department, right? Just take a look at the original game and Season Pass 1 with the 3 DLCs. We got superhero characters, Daima. They even collabed with Legends and brought in Shallots. So we have no worries in that department, right? But everything else up until now was pretty dang lackluster. There was no content to do in the game after you completed the story mode and do a couple of online battles, right? The free update just launched yesterday. They brought back the classic game mode from Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Mission 100. That's fun. I haven't necessarily completed all 100 missions just yet, but the very last battle against Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you already know that's going to be extremely chaotic. So the future of Sparking Zero is bright, if you ask me. And just shout outs to developers, Spike Chunsoft, for taking the time to take criticism and to listen to the community's feedback to make Sparking Zero a better experience. Look at that, Bojack Gohan using his actual technique. So if we go over here, we do have a list of all the confirmed characters so far. Not entirely sure if this is going to be Season Pass 2 or if all these guys will be included in the upcoming DLC, which does make the most sense to me because that's how they did it with the previous DLCs. Superhero, for example, we got like 11 characters if you count the transformations. Same thing goes for the Dama packs, stuff like that. So top left corner, we do have Devilman from original Dragon Ball, as well as Grandpa Gohan with the Halo. There's more OG characters in the mix, but I'm glad that they're bringing in some more OG Dragon Ball representation because currently in Sparking Zero, we do have OG outfits for Yamcha, Tien, and Master Roshi, but they're more based off of their later variations from the timeline. They can still obviously classify from the original series, but Kid Goku's like the real only standalone character. Now they're bringing in Devilman. That's cool. So these scenarios going on in the background, top tier as well. Not sure if they're just doing versus mode or if they're going to be including additional custom battles, because for the DLCs, they stopped throwing in their variants of custom battles after DLC 1. We just got the Cell Max, Beast Gohan versus Ultra Instinct Goku, and then one more, I think, with Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 versus Cell. But for the Daima DLCs, they didn't bring any additional custom battles. So it would be great to see those come back again. But yeah, Devilman versus Goku Black, very interesting. Of course, Master Roshi versus Grandpa Gohan. Champa, some more Dragon Ball Super characters going up against Beerus. It only makes sense, right? We have Whis, Beerus, so might as well bring in Champa and Vados. Vados, however, is not necessarily confirmed. She very well could be a possibility later on. Mercenary Tao or General Tao going up against Kid Goku. It would be cool if we do get the cyborg rendition of the character, right? Have that be a separate outfit, which they are bringing in more customization features like transformations, ultimates, and costumes. We did see some of that in the trailer as well, which we will watch the whole thing in the second half of this video. But General Tao definitely needs the cyborg. You know, when they actually were participating in the 23rd World Tournaments, yeah, he made an appearance. Oh, you know what would be nice as well? TN, right? With his forearm mode. That would be a great outfit, or I guess preset, because it's not technically an outfit, more of a technique or transformation. You know what I mean? Zangia, part of the Bojack squad from the movie, going up against Krillin. Same destructive environment we have in the background, trying to make things movie secret for sure. Really want to know if we're going to be getting the rest of the Space Pirates crew, just because I want to see Kogu, the person who went up against Future Trunks. Because if we see Kogu, that's his name, right? It's like Goku but backwards. The one with the sword. If we see that character, then hopefully we'll get the best Trunks in all of Dragon Ball. The long hair with the cut-off sleeves. You know what I mean? We need that outfit for Trunks, which I do have faith because obviously they're bringing in Zangia. But also, we have Bojack Gohan, which is an outfit, not necessarily a character, so not in this image that we have here. We'll go ahead and talk more about Gohan later on. But let me know if you guys would like to see the Bojack Trunks as well. They have to make it happen. Please, Spike Chunsoft. Please, Bandai. Do it. And then Pikkon over here. Also nice. You know, they're trying to recreate the filler episode, but we don't have the other World Tournament stage, so they're just fighting on the classic World Tournament on planet Earth. Since they're bringing in Pikkon, I know a top character a lot of people in the community wanted. Well, to be fair, a lot of the people just wanted the complete roster from BT3 to begin with. Completely understandable. But I would also like to see a Super Kaioken transformation or technique for Z and Goku as well. So let's say create an additional preset for Super Saiyan Goku, where the blast one, you just can stack Kaioken on top of Super Saiyan, right? Or maybe Super Kaioken could be a whole transformation. Who knows? However they want to go about it. There's multiple different ways. So that's going to be a great time. We got Super 17 from GT, utilizing the ultimates, Shocking Death Claw. More original characters, Demon King Piccolo, and Super Saiyan Bardock. Now, this character here, most likely just going to be an additional costume slash presets because, for example, Daima Mini Goku, right? Originally, for the pre-order bonus, we got his base form. Then when Daima DLC Pack 1 came out, they updated base Goku with an additional presets that allowed him to transform into Super Saiyan. So I'm sure that's going to be the same case for Bardock over here. You know, just slightly different moves. He's most likely not going to have his complete arsenal changed. I mean, very well could be. But I see it just, you know, them adding Super Saiyan and maybe one or two new moves. That's like the best case scenario for Bardock in my personal opinion. Or, I mean, a new Super Saiyan Bardock standalone would be nice, but we like our transformations, right? Having additional combo strings, which this is Sparking Zero at the end of the day, so Super Saiyan Bardock will most likely have new combo strings as well. So, going over to the video, go ahead and play this out. We've seen it 100 times, so we're just going to pause and break it down at the same time. Go ahead and put low volume. Don't necessarily need that to be playing in the background. Fast forward a little bit. So first thing we see is Goku transforming into Super Saiyan Blue. Same transformation animation. However, he's going to be slightly updated with a new ultimate attack. At least I think this is ultimate. It has to be because it's the Gallic Kamehameha from the DBS Broly movie. So he does a different startup stance right here when you activate the ultimate, the iconic martial arts. And then Vegeta flies in with a new outfit, the battle damage variation. That's good to see. I've always wanted this already in the base game since technically Super Goku and Super Vegeta were based off the DBS Broly movie, right? In terms of the outfits that they have, their default skins. And a lot of the animations are from the movie as well, like Super Saiyan God, Goku transformation, correct? But here they're just bodying Super Saiyan Broly, which is not accurate. That doesn't matter though, right? It's just for the showcase. So new ultimate there for Goku. Bardock, he's using the Riot Javelin, but then transforms, and then we see him use this new ultimate where he does the spinning strike. This is the ultimate that he used against Lord Childs, right, in the OVA. Obviously, that's where the transformation is coming from. Wait, that's strange. His tail. His tail is not golden. Isn't his tail supposed to be golden? Or am I mistaken? I mean, I feel like it should be golden. Maybe they'll update that later on. But spinning lariat, elbow to Frieza's face. Dude, they're not going to be throwing in Chilled himself. Or maybe in the future, who knows. And then this is where he goes berserk, just does the dragon throw. I really want to know if he's going to like grab him by the legs and then do like the Hulk smash thing or whatever, you know what I mean? When he goes back and forth, that would be crazy. And then he does Final Spirit Cannon, or at least a different variation of it. No, that has to be Final Spirit Cannon. Yep, seems like an energy wave. And again, Demon King Piccolo using probably Super Demon Explosive Wave or something along those lines. Yep. And then Android 17, so I think they're going to be updating the original Z17. We do have the Dragon Ball Super variation as well. But the reason why I say that is because he's literally activating the fusion technique. You guys know when you play as Goku, Zamasu, Goku Black, whoever, and then you fuse, you get a cinematic that looks exactly like this. So updated 17 confirmed with an epic fusion animation. Dude, they're literally the same person. Super 17. Is this Super Saiyan 3, Super 17? Where did his eyebrows go? I'm playing. And then the ultimate once again. Great stuff. Costumes and super attacks. So, as I said before, they're going to be updating already existing characters. Bardock, Blue Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan with the Bojack fit, where he actually wore the same gi as his father. So this is what I was mentioning earlier before in regards to Trunks. If they're including Zangia, if we're getting that Bojack outfit for Gohan, please give us the Bojack skin for Trunks, man. That's the best Trunks in all of Dragon Ball history. And then we need him to go up against Kogu and have that one punch finisher for his ultimate where he just completely destroys Kogu. Dude, come on. If they add that into the game, best Dragon Ball game ever. Please, man, please. That's something we need. And then I'm glad that they're including this move for Gohan. Remember in the movie where they do the final clash and then they both lunge in, striking each other? Gohan obviously won the clash, but in a vanilla game, they have that for Bojack, which, to be fair, again, Bojack also did the same move, but he just lost the showdown, right? And I was like, what the heck? Isn't that Gohan's technique? But now they're including it, man. They're finally including it. Woo! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. New freaking stages. The Kame House. The Kame House. Something similar to the characters. A lot of people were saying, how come they didn't just include all the stages from the prequel, Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which again, completely understandable. About time they're doing all that stuff. Dude, look how glorious this stage is. Now, to be fair, if you do play with Sparking Zero mods, then we technically already have this, but officially is what I'm trying to say. So that's always great to see. Now, everyone can enjoy this map. New stages. This is the only stage that they confirm, however. So we need more than just one. That's all I have to say. They might do one per DLC. To be fair, we don't even know if there's going to be multiple DLCs or if it's just going to be the one, right? As I said at the start of the video, going over the characters, it could be planned out for all of Season Pass 2, or not sure if this is for the next DLC. So it's strange when you start thinking about it. But we need to see the glacier map, the deserts, or I think we already have that. Or is that, am I thinking of the Rocky Mountains? I don't know. We need to see everything that was in BT3, right? Just to simplify things. And look at this. New game modes, which, again, we just got the free update yesterday with the Mission 100. That was nice. But I'm sure a lot of you guys recognize this right here. This is technically from Budokai Tenkaichi 2, right? Dragon Adventure? There was also another version of this before Budokai Tenkaichi 2 in Budokai 3, Dragon Universe. They're bringing it back in big 2026 with the updated Sparking Zero graphics. Dude, free roam? This is basically DBZ Kakarot. Obviously, the free roam is not going to be as deep as Kakarot itself, because that's obviously a story-driven game, RPG elements, stuff like that. So I'm not expecting all of that, essentially. I'm just expecting a bare-bones free roam. Again, something similar to Budokai 2, where you just get to fly around, get capsules, fight opponents, visit different Dragon Ball iconic locations. But if you look at the top left corner, that definitely is the Glacier stage. If we go over here to this image, literally the same map, right? I mean, it makes sense. Most likely going to be the same game mode. So that's great. This is literally Sparking Zero 2, a complete revamp, and I'm here for it. So that's going to be an awesome time. We play it out. We have more of the characters that we already broke down. There's the Gallic Final Kamehameha. I like how it's exactly like the movie, where the Gallic gun is not necessarily its original purple color scheme. It's more of the golden one. So that's cool there. And that's going to be the DLC, which is coming soon, specifically during the summer of 2026. So after the DLC showcase, they go on and talk a little bit more about the free update content. We actually have a roadmap, which is located somewhere right here. We just got the winter free update with the Mission 100. The next free update is going to be including Survival Mode, another classic mode from Budokai Tenkaichi 3. And the DLC is going to be dropping sometime during summer. And Nintendo Switch consoles, you know, the first and second Switches, they're doing their own timeline. So whenever we get a major or even a DLC for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Steam, Switch players, you guys necessarily won't be getting that at the same time. So if you're on the Switch right now and wondering where the heck Mission 100's at, unfortunately, you have to wait a great amount of time for all of that, because if we take a look at the Switch timeline right now, they're barely at the Hero of Justice pack DLC. And during spring, leading into summer, they're going to be releasing DLC 2, DLC 3, and the Shallots DLC. So Switch players are a bit behind. Very unfortunate. For us, you know, PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox players, yeah, we're eating. We're definitely eating. So this is it for today's video. Just wanted to break everything down. Thank you guys for the immense support. Let me know if you're looking forward to the future of Sparking Zero. I know I am. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!